Welcome to Lorada Text channel where we talk all things manifestation, guys, and I'm still sharing manifestation tips, and today we're going to be discussing whether or not it is good for you to reach out to your SP. So when is the best time for me to reach out to my SP? When is it? Can I even do it? Am I allowed to do it? I'm going to tell you a little bit about my experience with reaching out to my SP. I'm not saying that is the only way. I mean, go ahead and reach out, but I'm just going to share my experience, and then you can take it for you. You can decide for yourself, okay? So guys, I am definitely, I was stubborn in the beginning when I would see people, especially LOA coaches, say that do not reach out. Let it be a no contact situation. Do not reach out. And I was just offended. I'm like, no, why? Why should I not? And then I did. I was stubborn because I didn't get it. And then I would reach out to my SP while I was still manifesting him. Remember in that long distance situation? There was a time when he didn't want to talk to me at all. I would reach out. Sometimes my phone wouldn't be answered. Messages would be left on read for weeks, months on end. And when he finally pokes me, he would not even respond to those messages. It would be like they never existed. So sometimes I'll ask myself, was I blocked? I don't know. But I, guys, would not encourage anybody to reach out. Let me tell you why I would say to you, do not reach out to your SP when you are manifesting. Under these circumstances, you should not reach out. And I will tell you under which circumstances when it is best for you to reach out. Under these circumstances, you should not reach out when you are feeling like if you were to reach out to him. That little bit of resentment, né? When you still feel like reaching out, texting him or calling him up feels like chasing him, then do not, under any circumstances, reach out to your SP. Why? Because it comes from a negative place. So then if something comes from a negative place, it's not going to feel good. It's just going to make you feel worse. And then when you do reach out and then the person that is not nice to you or they don't answer your call and you find out that you are blocked, you're going to feel bad. You're going to feel discouraged. And then you feel it takes longer for you now to get back on the wagon and start this thing again. So I would say, please, I did that to myself. I was stubborn. I thought I would give myself excuses to reach out to my SP, knowing very well I'm not okay. Then I would get the result, the undesirable, disastrous result. So from my experience, I was attached to the outcome of that phone call. If I'm going to call, you better answer the phone call. So when I didn't get that, it would crush my soul, guys. So please, I don't want you to go through that. If you know you're the kind of person who's as sensitive as I am, I suggest you don't do it, okay? But under which circumstances can I call my person? I did also reach out to my person, you guys, under certain circumstances when I think it was towards, while we were still in a long distance relationship, around October, like I said, when I felt like now this thing is conforming, I decided it was best for me to reach out to my partner when I did not have any attachment to the outcome. So I would not care if I called him and the possibility would be that he'd not answer the call. How would that make me feel? Would I be upset about it? Not really. And at that point, I had reached that level of not being attached to the outcome of anything because I was so used to affirming. I was so used to the process that I'm like, I'm used to not talking to this person anyway, most. I've been affirming for the past 5 months for this situation. So I'm now used to it. I'm now used to not seeing movement. I'm used to not seeing anything. So when I was at that point, I'm like, oh, but I had an inspired action, that inspired feeling to call. And I was okay with it. I was at peace. I was at joy. I was like, even if the person answers or they don't answer, I'd still be okay. And I was confident that I'd still be okay. And I can reverse on the spot. I went ahead and I picked up the phone and I called him. So sometimes I would not get him. And then I would be fine. I'd be like, oh, okay. And then I'd go back in my mind and be like, oh, it was so nice that he actually got back to me, or we actually just had a very interesting conversation right now. And then I just let it go and then continue with my day because I was so used to this by now. And then there was a time when I'd call him and then he'd answer the phone and then we'd talk, and he'd be so happy to hear from me and all of that. He didn't even want me to hang up the phone. And then from there onwards, we would continue. So it depends, guys. In the beginning, I know it still gets a little touchy when you want to reach out from a place of desperation, a place of lack. You'll feel it with all the negative feelings you feel. If you want to reach out to a person but you still feel nervous and anxious, and I suggest you don't, because take your feelings as an indicator that I'm not okay yet. I'm not ready for whatever outcome I'd get after this. Even if my person was to answer the phone, I'm not sure that the conversation is going to go the way, right? But if you are at a point where you're like, you know what, I'm so at peace now with this, it's my lifestyle, I'm okay with it, you can go ahead and pick up the phone. And even if this person doesn't call, even if this person doesn't give me the desired result, I'm still going to be okay. Go ahead then. Then it's the best time for you then to reach out to your SP. Don't just do it and you don't really pay attention to how you're feeling about it. Okay? I usually do that. I still do it today. If I want to call somebody, I check first, like, how do I feel about this phone call? And if I feel anxious, stressed, I don't do it, and I'll wait until maybe later on when I'm calmer. Do I still feel like calling this person? And then I'll call them up, and then I'll be okay. Whether they answer or they don't answer, I won't feel like I failed at something. So please, guys, check how you feel about things. If you're feeling some type of way, negative, do not call. Do not reach out. If you're feeling okay about, and you're not going to care about the outcome, it's the best time for you then to have that inspired action and act on it. All right. So guys, that's all I had for you today from the manifestation content. Hope to see you in the next video. Please keep on persisting. We are not giving up in the law of assumption community. We do not give up on our desires. We are gonna push until something happens. We are gonna say it to ourselves until we see it happen. Okay, so we're gonna believe in the unseen up until the unseen becomes seen in our reality. So I'll see you guys in the next video. Please do not forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and love you lots, and bye bye.